All right, good morning. It's a little bit later in the day. My hair's just sticking up a little bit. I may have woken up a little bit later than I expected, around like 8:40, and then I've just not had any time, to be honest, to record anything. So this will be a little bit of a different kind of usual day for me. I mean, to be honest, it basically is a normal day. I don't always wake up early. I mean, it's not really early, is it? 7:30, but some days you just kind of feel a bit rough in the morning. You kind of decide to sleep in a little bit. It's benefits of working from home. But here I am. I've already started the day. It's going all right so far. It's not like exceedingly busy, but we'll catch up again later on. And I definitely plan on going to the gym as well, usual around lunchtime. So I'll see if I can record some of that, and then going out for dinner later as well. So that's the plan for today anyway. I haven't got any particular topic in mind right now, but as and when, we'll have that little session, and I'll discuss whatever's on my mind later on. So yeah, tune in for that. Tell me why I look so mad here. I think it's just when I'm working, I'm always miserable, so it's always good to know. Alright, so I do have a couple of clips from the gym. I didn't record too much because it's quite busy today. But here's me, still looking pissed off for whatever reason. Okay, let's start off by saying that I've actually just come back from the gym. Unfortunately, I didn't really film much because there's quite a few people there, and I'm not the kind of guy who likes to film other people, without their consent. It's just a bit weird, mate, to be honest. I know loads of people do, but it's not really my kind of vibe, so I just decided not to. Anyway, so I just got back. I made myself like a little cheese sandwich for lunch. Again, not like protein heavy or like super healthy, but it's what I like. And I kind of want to discuss what I have thought of today is a bit of a corporate secret, shall I say, after working at like a few companies so far. I think one of the things that you'll notice is that most people don't know what they're doing. That's basically it, because you work with so many people, particularly in the technical fields, and they've got like 8, 9, 10, 11 years experience, and you expect them to know some things, but they just don't. Most of the time, people will spend Googling stuff or trying to find out like what the potential solution is. But if you ask them, they won't know. They just won't know. And what's worse is a lot of people in tech, they won't even try. Because if there is someone on the team that can do something or has the ability to do something, then they won't bother, because why would you, really? And like a lot of people have this kind of mindset, and I just thought to myself that it's quite an advantage for people that are really motivated to do well in their career or want to move up the ladder. All you need to do is to outlearn them or have more knowledge than them. And if you're a likable person, you're more likely to rise up in the ranks, because most people don't have that dedication or even don't have the drive to learn more or to better themselves. As soon as they get in the position, they're kind of comfortable, and they don't really want to progress anymore, or they're just happy doing the same old thing day in, day out. And for people like me, I just don't like that. After a while I just get bored of doing the same work over and over and over again. I need to learn something new. I need some sort of challenge, right? When things go wrong is the time when you learn the most, and you kind of think out of the box. Like, yeah, obviously, you will Google stuff from now and again. You're not going to know everything. It's not possible. Right? There's so much to learn. But honestly, if you really want to stand out from the crowd, you should do that. The only thing that I would say is that if you're stuck with a team that, doesn't really want to do or go out their way to learn new things, then you might be stuck doing a lot of the work. So if you do learn a lot, keep it to yourself, mate. I've learned that lesson the hard way. So one thing I have to say, the lighting here is unreal, and I'm just kind of standing close to the balcony, so I'm getting like a nice bit of light coming from outside. But I'm kind of trying to decide what kind of direction I want to take this channel in. And at first, if you scroll down on the channel, you'll find out that I've done a few tutorials of like basics of like Java and a bit of React and stuff like that. And I feel like there's so much out there, and obviously there'll be people that I think do tutorials a lot better than I do. So I think I'm gonna pivot and do more videos, a little bit more about myself. A bit more about what I kind of get up to, what my thoughts are, what life kind of looks like, to be honest with you, because there's so many videos that you see of people that are so unrealistic, and You know, they're just lounging around and they're not really doing much work at all. Whereas, like, you know, working as a developer is actually really, really stressful, and it will burn you out very, very quickly, because you'll find out that you get really overworked, especially if there's issues that occur. And it's a very heavy problem solving job. You know, you don't need to be a genius to do this job. That's it. You know, all you need to be able to do is to be able to solve problems. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are missing, particularly if you go to an interview, right, as a junior and you're trying to showcase stuff. You're not going to have the mindset of trying to solve things. It's only when you get started, your kind of mindset kind of, you know, shifts a little bit. And, you know, a lot of the time you're trying to find out, you know, different tools to use, or, you know, how to approach a particular problem. And then once you get used to solving some problems, you'll, you know, begin to pick up some, like, you know, usual patterns or traits to look out for, that, oh, I should look out for this because this could cause a problem, or I can solve this problem this way. So that's like something that I think people should look out for, especially if you're just starting out. And the other thing is that I worked as a tech recruiter for 5 years, right? So my early years of my life. And I think the advice that I'd give people is you need to be confident and you need to be likable in an interview, because people hire people that they like. Honestly, I've had, like, you know, people go out for interviews and not get it in the past, you know, because they're a little bit rude, or they could be arrogant as well. And if you just come off as likable and willing to learn, then I feel like you can get quite far. And I think that's kind of the presence that you want to establish, you know, being that likable person in that new environment, in that new team, because people will just love you. And I'm not going to go out of the way and say, like, oh yeah, I'm the best and everyone loves me, you know, because obviously that's not the case, right? But, you know, I feel like I've done some work to try and be the likable person in the team, especially like in tech. You know, loads of people are quite quiet usually. So it's good to be a little bit more vocal. If you have those soft skills, you can use those. And if you don't worry, you can learn them. It's quite easy. Just take some practice and you'll get there. But yeah, I think that will be a wrap for this afternoon. We'll probably catch up because we're going out for dinner later. And I'll see if I can record some of that as well. But this video is going to end up being quite long. I've just noticed I've just been rambling for like the last 3 minutes or so. So enjoy that and give me some feedback. Let me know how different I can make things or what I should change. All right, so I did say it's going to be a wrap, mate, for this afternoon, but I need some coffee, and I thought you would like to all join me while I make a little bit of coffee. So here is the kettle. I'm just pouring it into my cafetiere, as you can probably hear in the background. I don't know if you can switch cameras on an iPhone. I'm not really sure. That's what I'm filming on at the moment. But if anyone knows, let me know. But I'll lift up the cafetiere and show you how much coffee I plan on drinking. This big boy right here gets about 4 cups or so at the moment. What the hell is that? It's just a random noise. It kind of sounds like an engine or something. Maybe a motorbike, possibly. Gets like 4 or so cups, and I feel like that kind of fills me up. I mean, the cups that I use are like this big, right? So they're quite small. It's a little bit stained, but alas, it is what it is at this point, right? So yeah, I'll let that brew and I'll have a bit of coffee. But like I said, right, we'll catch up probably a little bit later on when I go out for dinner, and I'll probably just crack on with a bit more work, get that out of the way for the day, and then see how it goes. I'm also planning on learning C# as well. That's kind of one of the languages that I've not really done much work on. I should probably tighten my glasses as well, to be honest, because they keep falling off. But yeah, so let's see how that goes. I might record some of that as well. I don't know how I want to approach learning it. I think I'll just start a project and see how it goes, because, you know, mostly, and when it comes to like languages, they're all like relatively similar. The syntax might be a little bit different, or how they declare some stuff might be a little bit different, but it's all the same really. And a little bit of trial and error, a bit of chat GPT, I'm sure I'll solve it. So maybe a video on that, you know, in the next couple of days, but we'll see. All right, so we went to this place called Nell's, and then got a 22-inch pizza, which you're seeing right now, cheese and onion, and then got another one, which is like a corn and like jalapeno cream pizza. It was amazing. All right, so it's the next day, and I didn't film anything else last night apart from that. So thanks for watching, and we'll start off with day 2. So thanks for joining me for day 1.